magandang kinabukasan. Pag-abot sa pangarap, atin ang simulan. Palawakin at dagdagan ang ating kaalaman. Ang radyo ay gawing eskwelahan. Halina, halina't makinig at matuto. Sama-sama, tulong-tulong tayo. Paunlarin ng galing at talino sa pag-unlad ng bayan. Kapit bisig tayo.
Deped Radyo Eskwela sa Isla. Ang iyong kabady sa pagkatuto, kadyang sa pagiging produktibo.
And once again, good morning to all our Katandunganon learners. Today, araw ng Webes, 20 minutes after 10 o'clock in the morning. We are once again, having a radio-based instruction. This is your host for today. I am teacher Micaela Chavez from Batu Rural Development High School. Good morning sa ating mga ka-eskwela sa Isla, mga kaguro. Hello sa inyo pong lahat dyan. Doble ingat po tayo, medyo maulan. Today we are going to have 3 radio-based lessons. We will have lessons in English 9, MAPE 9, and Math 9. Meron tayong 3 radio teachers na kasama this morning. We have Ma'am Chenny Ann Ogalesco from Higmuto Rural Development High School, Sir Robert Jordan Romero from SAVS, and of course Sir Florent Clavo of Maingaway National High School. Kamustahin po muna natin ang mga taga-division office na nakatutok, ang ating mga avid listeners and Facebook live streamers. Hello po sa ating napakasipag na SDS, Madam Susan Coliano, our ASDS Ma'am Lloyd de la Rosa. Sa lahat po ng division personnel, good morning po sa inyo dyan. Happy listening sa ating radio-based instruction for this morning. Of course, mga ka-eskwela sa Isla, di magtatagal, tayo pa yung magsisimula na sa ating first radio-based lesson, which is English 9 with Ma'am Chenny Ann Ogalesco. Mga ka-eskwela, manatiling tumutok dito lamang sa 96.7 DWF BFM, Radyo Periodiko, ang inyong radyong paborito. We will come back after this break.
Do you know that your hands may be COVID-19 carriers? Stop the spread of COVID-19 and keep yourself and your family safe from this dreaded virus. Make it a habit to always wash or sanitize your hands. This small act can save you big time. A simple reminder from Schools Division Office of Catanduanes and this station.
And we're back. Once again, good morning, my dear grade 9 learners of the Happy Island. This is Deped Radyo Eskwela sa Isla. Welcome to another episode of Fun English 9 Lessons. Today, we are glad to be with you in this engaging learning journey on air. Are you excited to learn new things again? All right, before we start, let us check your learning essentials. please have your learning activity sheet ready and of course your pen and paper. If you are ready, then let us begin. When you hear or read certain issues, you sometimes react or give your own judgment, right? Yes, because you have seen it in a different way. In the previous module, you are taught on how to react and communicate effectively to persons of different culture and race. This learning activity sheet will help you lay value judgment on critical issues that demand sound analysis and call for prompt actions. To guide you with the discussion today, let us welcome our radio teacher for today, Ma'am Chenny Ann Ogalesco, an English 9 teacher from Higmoto Rural Development High School. Good morning, ma'am.
Hi, good morning, Mami Kai. And hello, grade 9 learners. I'm teacher Chenny, and I'm happy to be your radio teacher again today. And this morning, we are going to study Learning Activity Sheet in English 9, Worksheet number 2.2 for the 4th quarter. Okay, again, we are going to study Learning Activity Sheet in English 9, Worksheet number 2.2, quarter 4. Okay? If it's not given to you yet, it's okay. You can still tune in and study this in advance. Okay? So make sure that you are sitting comfortably and are in a good spot for you to better understand our lesson today. You may also go to the restroom first so that you will not be interrupted later while the lesson is going on. So at the end of this lesson, you should be able to react, to lay value judgment on critical issues that demand sound analysis and call for prompt actions. So before we start, please be reminded that your learning activity sheet may or may not exactly contain all the information I'm going to share with you today. Well, nevertheless, you will surely learn a lot from our lesson, so I would like you to listen attentively and actively. All right, are you ready? That's great. Okay, so first, I would like to request everyone to get a paper and pen for a pretest. So let us evaluate the way you view others by writing yes or no in column 1. So please turn to page 2 of your LAS. Again, page 2 of your LAS. Please also prepare a separate sheet of paper for your answers. And of course, your pen. And don't forget to write your name. So I want you to listen carefully as I read to you the questions while you write your answers on your paper. Please label each statement with yes or no. Again, please label each statement with yes or no. Are you ready? Let us begin. Okay, let us have number 1. Number 1, I would prefer to communicate with someone who is culturally the same with me. I would prefer to communicate with someone who is culturally the same with me. Does this apply to you? Yes or no? Write your answer. Okay, number 2. I go out with people of my age, on my age than older than me. I go out with people my age than people older than me. Is it a yes or no? What's your answer? Okay, number 3. I go out of my way maintaining my distance from people who are of my opposite sex. I go out of my way maintaining my distance from people who are of my opposite sex. Yes or no? All right, number 4. I am knowledgeable on how to behave with persons of different culture. I am knowledgeable on how to behave with persons of different culture. Yes or no? What's your answer? And lastly, number 5, I respect the communication rules of cultures other than my own. I respect the communication rules of cultures other than my own. Yes or no? All right, let us check your answers. How many items did you answer yes? How many items did you answer no? Okay, so my dear students, the greater the number of statements you labeled yes, the more prepared you are to enrich your communication arena by welcoming people from different cultures into it. Now, if you answered no more than yes, don't worry, this lesson will surely help you out. Alright, this time I'd like you to go back to page 1 of your learning activity sheet. Now, since our objective for today is to react to lay value judgment on critical issues, let us first find out what value judgment is so that later you can give value judgment on certain issues that we are going to talk about. Now, what is value judgment? Roughly speaking, value judgment is a claim about something's moral, practical, or aesthetic worth. Value judgments do not simply describe the world, they prescribe certain attitudes or behaviors toward the world. Furthermore, a value judgment is an evaluative statement of how good or bad you think an idea or action is. Now, when you say things like, that's good, that's bad, that's wonderful, that's a bummer, that's not right, that's unfair, that shouldn't be, that's admirable, that's not fair, etc., you are usually making a certain kind of value judgment. Value judgments are normative, which means they evaluate things with respect to certain standards or norms. Now, one way to get a quick handle on the nature of value judgment is to understand that any statement of fact can be easily converted into value judgment by introducing a value term. Okay, so let us study some given examples. Now, in the table given on page 1 of your LAS, look at page 1. The statements on the left are labeled descriptive. These statements are statements of fact, meaning they just simply describe what is a fact or what's true. The statements on the right are labeled prescriptive. Now, these statements contain value terms or corresponding value judgments. Let's take a look at the statements. Are you following me? That's great. Okay, let's look at the first example. The first example is Marie Chris is a student. Marie Chris is an excellent student. How did they differ? Right. So the first one is a statement of fact or descriptive. It just simply says that Marie Chris is a student. Now for the second one, there is the word excellent, which is what the person thinks about Marie Chris as a student. Okay, let's have another example. Number 2. So for descriptive, we have the doctor accidentally killed the patient. For prescriptive, the doctor should not be blamed for accidentally killing the patient. What's different? All right, so for prescriptive, there is already a value judgment. So the person thinks that the doctor should not be blamed for accidentally killing the patient. Okay, so did you get it? Did you get the examples? I hope so. Now this time, let us see if you can give some value judgments on the following situations that I'm going to present to you. So take a look at practice task 2 on page 3 of your LAS. Okay? Let's start. All right, so for this activity, you are going to read and analyze the given statement and then react by giving your own value judgment. Okay, so again, read and analyze the given statement and then react by giving your own value judgment. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. So number one, it is hard to find a job in this time of pandemic. Again, it is hard to find a job in this time of pandemic. Okay, so what value judgment can you give for this statement? It is hard to find a job in this time of pandemic. What value judgment can you give for this statement? All right, so you can say, maybe you haven't tried hard enough to find a job in this time of pandemic, right? How about yours? What's your answer? Okay, so you can write down your answer on your paper. Okay, let's have the next one. The current COVID-19 caused by the SARS-CoV-2 is presently rattling global public health. One more time. The current COVID-19 caused by the SARS-CoV-2 is presently rattling global public health. So what value judgment can you give for this statement? Have you thought of an answer? All right, so you may say, the current COVID-19 caused by the SARS-CoV-2 is presently rattling global public health with huge number of fatalities and vast geographical spread compared with other recent pandemics like SARS and the Middle East Respiratory Syndrome. That's quite long, right? Did you find time to write it on your paper? Okay, let's have another one. The use of mask alone is not sufficient to provide an adequate level of protection against COVID-19. Okay, one more time. The use of mask alone is not sufficient to provide an adequate level of protection against COVID-19. What value judgment can you say for this statement? Okay, have you thought of an answer? All right, so you can say that the use of mask alone is not sufficient to provide an adequate level of protection against COVID-19. Other equally relevant measures should be adopted, such as hand hygiene and other infection prevention and control measures. So we are almost at the end of our lesson this time. It's very easy, right? I hope that you understood what I discussed to you. Okay, so we have already practiced giving judgments on some issues. Well, unfortunately, we don't have that much time for you to be able to answer all the practice tasks because the next task for this is quite long, so we won't be able to tackle it here. Well, as much as I want to discuss them with you, some of you might take some time in answering the questions and writing your explanations. So, you may answer the remaining questions later in your own convenient time. Okay. So just a few reminders before we end our lesson today. There are still other tasks that you have to do in your lab, such as the practice task 3. Okay? So you can also review the parts of the lesson that are not clear to you with the help of your parent or guardian, or you can also ask your English teacher about it. And that is the end of our lesson today, students. I hope that you learned a lot today. I am very happy that I have spent some time with you. Congratulate yourself for a job well done. Until our next English lesson, don't forget to stay at home and be safe. Have a nice day ahead. Once again, I'm your radio teacher, Chenny Ann Ogalesco from Higmoto Rural Development High School.
And that's it for our English 9 lesson for today, kids. You have learned how to react to lay value judgment on critical issues that demand sound analysis and call for prompt actions. Of course, through the help and guidance of our radio teacher today, Teacher Chenny Ann Ogalesco of Higmoto Rural Development High School. We are glad to have brought to you another worthwhile learning episode. Way to go, ka-eskwela sa radyo! Till our next English 9 lesson, keep safe, everybody! Once again, good morning, grade 10 students this time. This is again your school on the air in MAPE Health. We are happy and glad to have you today. Again, I am your host, Teacher Micaela Chavez of Batu Rural Development High School. Come and listen to our broadcast about the nature and background of indoor and outdoor recreational activities. Just make sure that you are sitting comfortably and is in a good spot so that we'll have a good flow and you can better understand our lesson today. Make sure also that you have your proper paper and ballpen for your notes. You can also go to the comfort room first so that there will be no interruptions to our lessons later. For today, we are going to know the nature and background of indoor and outdoor recreational activities. Let me introduce to you to your radio teacher for today, none other than Mr. Robert Jordan Romero from San Andres Vocational School.
Good day, dear students. I am your teacher in PE for today, Mr. Robert Romero. This time, we will be discussing the nature and background of indoor and outdoor recreational activities. This is the first lesson for the fourth quarter in PE 9. If you're not yet here in this lesson, it's all right. There's no problem if you still listen in and take this as an advanced lesson. Are you ready? Let us begin. How do you live your everyday life? Are you the typical couch potato or a physical active person? Recreation is a voluntary participation in an activity during free and unobligated time that gives enjoyment. It refreshes one's mind and body after a day's work. Recreation embraces both indoor and outdoor activities that refer to sports and exercise, leading to the attainment of enjoyment as well as managing our desired weight. Now that you are in grade 9, you are experiencing physical changes. You have been exposed to different undertakings that somehow affected your health and lifestyle, thereby affecting your weight as a teenager. This lesson will help you choose physical activities, either both indoor and outdoor, that will surely brings you fun, fitness, and fundamentals. You will understand that lifestyle and recreation will promote not just your personal fitness, nor your family's fitness, but the community's fitness in general. So, get off your feet and jump off to the world of active recreation. Let's identify indoor from outdoor recreational activities by answering this short activity. Are you ready? I will mention different recreational activities and you will identify them if it is indoor or outdoor. Let's start. Number 1. Zumba Dance. Okay. How about number 2? We have billiards. Number 3, we have hiking. For number 3, we have hiking. For number 4, we have table tennis. Again, for number 4, we have table tennis. And for the last number, we have football. Again, for number 5, we have football. Are you done? Let us check your work. Okay, for number 1, what is your answer? Yes, that is indoor. Zumba dance is an indoor recreational activity. How about for number 2, billiard? That's correct. It is indoor. How about for number 3, hiking? Of course, it is outdoor. And for number 4, we have table tennis. That's right. It is indoor. For the last number, we have football. Yes, that is outdoor. So please count your score. Very good. So we consider recreation as indoor when the activity is within the premises of your comfort zone at home or inside a building. Recreation is outdoor when the activity is undertaken in a natural, rural, or open space outside the confines of buildings, usually large land area that is close to nature. Let us know the nature and background of some indoor recreational activities. First is badminton. It is believed to have originated from the game Puna that was played by English army officers stationed in India during the 17th century. It was later brought to England in 1870s when the Duke of Beaufort held a lawn party in his country place, Badminton. It was only in 1992 Barcelona Olympics when the game became an Olympic sport with singles and doubles events. Games are held inside the gym to avoid the effect of air in the flight of the shuttle. Players need a racket and a shuttlecock to enjoy the game in a court. The game requires the skills in service, strokes in hitting the shuttle such as smash, drop, lob or clear, and net shorts, and of course the power of the leg in footwork. The game is played by either singles, doubles, and mixed doubles. A game is won when a player reaches a score of 21 points. In case of a deuce or 20 all, one has to gain a 2-point advantage over the other. But in case of a 29 all score, the first to reach 30 will win the set. A match is won by winning 2 out of 3 sets. Second, we have volleyball. The beginning of volleyball can be traced from the ingenuity of William J. Morgan in 1895 at Holyoke, Massachusetts. Initially, the game was called Mintonet, but in its first exhibition game demonstration, Alfred Halstead suggested the name volleyball due to the volleying characteristic of the game. In 1910, the game was brought to the Philippines by Elwood S. Brown. The Filipinos are credited in the changes of the game with the addition of the skill called spike or kill. In 1964, volleyball had its first Summer Olympics exposure as a medal sport. Volleyball is a team sport with 6 players in each side of the court with a 9 by 18 meters dimension. The objective of the game is to send the ball over the net and avoid it from grounding into your own court. A ball, net, and a court are needed to play the game. Scoring follows a rally point system. A game is won in a 2 out of 3 sets. A set is won by reaching a score of 25. In case of a deuce, a team should have a 2-point advantage over the other. Players need skills like service, volleying, setting, spiking, and blocking to enjoy much of the game and gain its fitness benefits. The last is Zumba Dance. It is an alternative indoor recreational activity. With fitness benefit claims, it was accidentally discovered by Alberto Beto Perez, a celebrity fitness trainer of Colombia in the mid-1990s. The birth of Zumba came about during his aerobic class when he realized that he had forgotten his aerobics music. Quickly, he grabbed whatever tape he has in his backpack. It is so happened that his tapes are those of Latin music such as merengue and salsa. With his improvisation skill, he was able to create an on-the-spot aerobics class using the non-traditional music. That's the birth of the dance fitness craze, Zumba. Why should you dance Zumba? Here are some of the benefits claims. It improves cardiovascular health. It helps in losing weight. It relieves stress. It improves mood. And it tones the abdominals. And there you have the indoor recreational activities. Now, let us proceed to the outdoor recreational activities. Are you dreaming of adventures to experience? Mountains to climb, rivers and beaches to swim, terrains to hike, and other adventures that nature can offer? Well, get ready and find your way out. Let the adventure begin. Let's discuss hiking first. Hiking is going on an extended walk for the purpose of pleasure and exercise. Pleasure includes having close encounter with nature, enjoying the beauty of the environment, smelling the natural aroma of flowers and trees, and being one with Mother Nature. Exercise, on the other hand, pertains to the fitness benefits that we get from the activity. Hiking is more of an adventure. Have you experienced walking in a longer distance? How was that feeling? Here are some benefits that you can claim. The benefits of hiking are: it offers cardiovascular fitness, it gives the feeling of relaxation, it balances your daily life routine, and it's a good option for weight management activity. Have you thought of a good destination to go on hiking? Well, be guided by the following reminders. First, you have to pick a partner. You have also to pick a destination. Know your time and distance. Be physically ready. Choose your gear and your backpack. Pack and wear appropriate clothing. Plan your meals. Keep communication lines open. And wilderness ethics. Next, we have Orienteering. It is an outdoor navigational recreational activity using specially drawn and detailed maps. It requires navigational skills to navigate from point to point, normally moving at a speed. An orienteering course consists of a series of control points which have to be located in order in the shortest possible time. Orienteering as an outdoor recreational activity offers much benefit to you. Here are some claims. First, for conceptual aspects. Since it is a navigational activity, it enhances your decision-making skills about map interpretations and using compass. It also requires you to constantly interpret information contained in the map. Second, for physical aspect. Orienteering is basically a running sport, so it develops your cardiovascular endurance and general fitness. Speed, endurance, and strength are essential components necessary to successfully participate in the game. Technically, this activity captivates the mental and physical challenge features. The third is for personal aspects. Since you are responsible in making decisions in this activity, you develop your self-confidence and reliance. Your aims are clear that you work hard to achieve them, giving you the feeling of self-achievement. For social aspects, you will learn to work cohesively with one another. And for environmental aspect, it creates an avenue for you to appreciate your environment. Those are the different benefits we can get from orienteering. Are you still on the track? You can do a little stretching then. I have already given you the nature and background of some indoor and outdoor recreational activities. Before we end, let us have a quick recap. What is recreation? Okay, it is a voluntary participation in an activity during free and unobligated time that gives enjoyment. It refreshes one's mind and body after a day's work. How will you differentiate indoor from outdoor recreational activities? Indoor recreational activities are within the premises of your comfort zone, at home, or inside a building. Meanwhile, outdoor recreational activities are undertaken in a natural, rural, or open space outside the confines of buildings, usually large land area that is close to nature. So what are the skills needed in playing the badminton? Good! The game requires the skills in service, strokes in hitting the shuttle such as smash, drop, lob, or clear and net shots, and the power of the leg in footwork. What do you think is the objective of the game volleyball? You're right. The aim of the game is to send the ball over the net and avoid it from grounding into your own court. Now, can you mention the 5 benefits of Zumba Dance? Correct. It improves cardiovascular health. It helps in losing weight. It relieves stress. It improves mood. And it tones the abdominals. What is the difference between hiking from orienteering? All right. Hiking is going on an extended walk for the purpose of pleasure and exercise. Pleasure includes having close encounter with nature, enjoying the beauty of the environment, smelling the natural aroma of flowers and trees, and being one with Mother Nature. On the other hand, orienteering is an outdoor navigational recreational activity using specially drawn and detailed maps. It requires navigational skills to navigate from point to point, normally moving at a speed. Great job! You guys really listened attentively. That ends our lesson for today.
There you go, students. We have heard Mr. Robert J. Romero, a MAPI teacher from San Andres Vocational School. He is really good, isn't he? We have learned from him the nature and background of some indoor and outdoor recreational activities. Again, let's have a short recap. When we speak of recreation, it is a voluntary participation in an activity during free and unobligated time that gives enjoyment. It refreshes one's mind and body after a day's work. Recreation embraces both indoor and outdoor activities that refer to sports and exercise, leading to the attainment of enjoyment as well as managing our desired weight. We also consider recreation as indoor when the activity is within the premises of our comfort zone at home or inside a building. Recreation is outdoor when the activity is undertaken in a natural, rural, or open space outside the confines of building, usually large land area that is close to nature. Some of the indoor recreational activities include badminton, volleyball, and Zumba. While for outdoor recreational activities, we have hiking and orienteering. There you have it, students. We hope you learned from our lesson for today.
So now that we are done with our lesson, it's time to check what you have learned from our discussion. So you are going to prepare 1/4 sheet of paper. Do not forget to write your name, section, and the date today. The date today is May 20, 2021. Also, don't forget what lesson this short quiz is for. This short quiz is for lesson number 1 in the 4th quarter. Are you all ready? Set aside your notes first and listen carefully. You are going to identify the indoor or outdoor recreational activity being described. I will read each statement twice. Remember that wrong spelling is wrong. Okay, for number 1, the objective of this game is to send the ball over the net and avoid it from grounding into your own court. I'll repeat. The objective of this game is to send the ball over the net and avoid it from grounding into your own court. For number 2, the purpose of this outdoor recreational activity is for pleasure and exercise. Again, the purpose of this outdoor recreational activity is for pleasure and exercise. For number 3, it is believed to have originated from the game Puna that was played by English army officers stationed in India during the 17th century? I'll repeat. It is believed to have originated from the game Puna that was played by English army officers stationed in India during the 17th century. What do you call that recreational activity? Number 4. It requires navigational skills to navigate from point to point, normally moving at a speed. Again, it requires navigational skills to navigate from point to point, normally moving at a speed. For the last number, this indoor recreational activity accidentally discovered by Alberto Beto Perez, a celebrity fitness trainer of Colombia in the mid-90s. I'll repeat, this indoor recreational activity accidentally discovered by Alberto Beto Perez, a celebrity fitness trainer of Colombia in the mid-90s. There you go, students. That ends our short quiz. I hope you were able to answer them all. Let's check them out. Are you ready? For item number 1, the objective of this game is to send the ball over the net and avoid it from grounding into your own court. What's your answer? Correct. The answer is volleyball. For item number 2, the purpose of this outdoor recreational activity is for pleasure and exercise. What do you think? Yes, that's right. The answer is hiking. Again, the answer is hiking. Let's proceed to item number 3. It is believed to have originated from the game Puna that was played by English army officers stationed in India during the 17th century. Alright, it's badminton. The answer is badminton. Alright, we are halfway down the line. For item number 4, it requires navigational skills to navigate from point to point, normally moving at a speed. What do you think? Okay, the correct answer is orienteering. Again, the correct answer is orienteering. Now for our last item. This indoor recreational activity accidentally discovered by Alberto Beto Perez, a celebrity fitness trainer of Colombia in the mid-90s. Give your best shot for this one. What is your answer? Alright, the correct answer is Zumba. We're done for today's lesson. I hope you got all answers right. Congratulations! If you have some more questions and clarifications, you can write it down on your notebook. Afterwards, submit the paper to your PE teacher in the next retrieval. Again, I am your radio teacher, Sir Robert Romero. leaving you these words: a healthy mind and a healthy body leads to a healthy life. Let us all be active. I hope that you learned something. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead. Goodbye.
There you have it, students. So we have heard again Mr. Robert Romero, a MAPE teacher from San Andres Vocational School. We have learned from him the different types of recreational activities, both indoor and outdoor. All right, before I let you go, Sir Robert, is there anyone or any bodies that you would like to greet on air?
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for the opportunity. So I would like to say thank you to the SABS family, the teaching and non-teaching staff, headed by of course, our energetic school principal, Ma'am Mabel V. Rubio, and to our department head, Ma'am Charina P. Villegas. And all, of course, thank you to the RBI core team, yung mga editors natin, masisipag nating editors, Ma'am Christine May P. Brillantes, and the rest, headed by our head writer, Mr. Ruel Fernandez, and of course, our education program supervisor for English, Ma'am Gina P. Pantino, for the opportunity. So I thank you and let us all be safe. God bless.
Thank you so much, sir. We are also thankful that you are with us today. All right, students. Our next lesson will be about Mathematics 9. Don't forget to tune in to our School on the Air program. Dito lamang po yan sa 96.7 DWFB FM, Radyo Periodiko, ang radyong paborito, in partnership with Deped Radyo Eskwela sa Isla of SDO Catanduanes. For our next lesson, we will be with our radio teacher after this short break. And we're back. This is again your Deped Radyo Eskwela sa Isla. Only here at 96.7 Radyo Periodiko. Time check mga ka-eskwela sa Isla. It's already 18 minutes past 11 o'clock this morning. And once again, good morning, grade 9 learners. This is your radio-based instruction in Mathematics 9. We are glad to be with you today. I am still your host. I am Teacher Mikay from Batu Rural Development High School. Come and listen to the radio lesson on illustrating 6 trigonometric ratios. We hope that you are seated comfortably and with full energy as we will be learning a new lesson today. Make sure you have with you your learning activity sheet number 1 in Mathematics 9. Better if you have learner's materials for Mathematics 9. Of course, your ballpen and paper or notebook in Mathematics 9. But wait! We'll give you 10 seconds to stretch your body to make sure you're ready in this fun and exciting lesson. The question we will answer today is how to illustrate the six trigonometric ratios. Let's make this fast because I'm sure you are now all excited. Open your learning activity sheet number 1, and if you have with you the learner's materials in Mathematics 9, turn to page 430 to 433. Like what I have said, our lesson for today is illustrating the six trigonometric ratios. Are you now ready? May I introduce to you our radio teacher for today, Mr. Floren P. Clavo from Maingaway National High School. To all grade 9 learners, this is your lesson number 1.
Hello, good morning, grade 9 learners. I am your radio teacher in Mathematics 9, Mr. Floren P. Clavo. When you were in grade 8, you have already learned about the right triangle in its part. Now, in Mathematics 9, you will learn new concepts as I will be teaching the six trigonometric ratios: the sine, the cosine, the tangent, the secant, the cosecant, and the cotangent of an angle in a right triangle. Are you now ready? Here we go. Let's have a pretest for this topic. First, draw a right triangle on your paper. Then, label the right angle with capital letter E. Also, label the two acute angles with R and D respectively. Got it, guys? Now, designate the side opposite to angle R with small letter R, while small letter D to the side opposite to angle D. And to the hypotenuse, the side opposite to the right angle, label it with small letter E. Now, what is the sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, and cotangent of angle D of the given right triangle if the side denoted by small letter D measures 7 centimeters? The side denoted by small letter R measures 5 centimeters. And the hypotenuse denoted by small letter E measures 13 centimeters. Those who are watching through FB Live, please refer to the illustration posted in your screen. I'll give you 2 minutes to answer. Time is up. Let's check your work. Sine D is equal to 7/13 or 7/13. Cosine D is equal to 5/13 or 5/13. Tangent D is equal to 7/5 or 7/5. Cosecant of D is 13/7 or 13/7. Secant of D is 13/5 or 13/5. Cotangent of D is 5/7 or 5/7. How many correct answers you got? If you got low score, don't be sad, because I will teach you significant concepts on how to illustrate the 6 trigonometric ratios. If you got high score, wow, that's good news. Nevertheless, please do not detach yourself from this session. You still have a lot to learn, so just tune in. Before we go to our lesson, let us first review the different parts of a right triangle. A right triangle has one right angle and two acute angles. The side opposite the right angle is called the hypotenuse, which is also called the longest side in a right triangle. The sides opposite to the acute angles are called the legs. We will use the convention that angles are symbolized by capital letters, while the side opposite each angle will carry the same letter symbol, but in lowercase. Okay, so in the right triangle RED, angle denoted by capital E is the right angle of the triangle. Opposite to that is the hypotenuse, denoted as the small letter E, while the two angles denoted by capital letter R and D are the acute angles, and the opposite sides denoted by small letters R and D are the legs. Those who are watching through FB Live, please refer to the illustration on your screen. Let me also remind you of what is the opposite side and the adjacent side. The opposite side is the one across from a given angle, while the adjacent side is the one next to a given angle. For right triangle RED, the opposite side of angle D is side D, while its adjacent side is side R. On the other hand, the opposite side of angle R is side R, and its adjacent side is side D. Those who are watching through FB Live, please refer to the illustration in your screen. Okay, those are the things we should remember to illustrate 6 trigonometric ratios. So don't forget, let's do this. Yeah. Now, consider the right triangle ABC shown in your last number 1, page 1. Right triangle ABC has 3 angles, capital letters A, B, and C, where right angle is labeled capital letter C and acute angles labeled capital letters A and B. The right triangle ABC has 3 sides, the lowercase letters A, B, and C. Opposite to angle C is side C is called hypotenuse, while opposite to angles A and B are sides A and B respectively. In that triangle, we let theta represent angle B. The leg denoted by small letter A is the side adjacent to theta, and the leg denoted by small letter B is the side opposite to theta. Before we proceed into our discussion, here are some operational terms that we need to clarify. First, sine of theta is equal to sine theta equals to opposite side divided by the hypotenuse, while cosine of theta is equal to cos theta equals to adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse. And finally, the tangent of theta is equal to tan theta equals to opposite side divided by adjacent side. The trigonometric ratios cosecant, secant, and cotangent are the reciprocal of the first three trigonometric ratios respectively. Cosecant is reciprocal of sine, secant is reciprocal of cosine, cotangent is reciprocal of tangent. Thus, cosecant of theta is equal to CSC theta equals to hypotenuse divided by opposite side. Secant of theta is equal to sec theta equals to hypotenuse divided by adjacent side. Again, secant of theta is equal to sec theta equals to hypotenuse divided by adjacent side. And for the cotangent, cotangent of theta is equal to cot theta equals to adjacent side divided by the opposite side. Say for example, we have a triangle ABC shown in your last number 1, page 2. Let us assign capital letters A, B, and C for the angles, and sides with small letters A, B, and C. Angle C is the right angle, while angles A and B are the acute angles. Side C is the hypotenuse, and sides A and B are the legs. The hypotenuse C measures 5 inches long. Leg B measures 3 inches, and leg A is 4 inches. Let's have first angle B. What is its adjacent side and what is its opposite side? You're correct. The adjacent side of angle B is the leg A with the side measuring 4 inches, while its opposite side is the leg B with side measures of 3 inches. Now, using the ratio I presented a while ago, what is the sine of angle B? That's correct. That is 3/5 or 3/5. Remember that the sine of B is equal to the opposite side of B divided by the hypotenuse. How about the cosine of angle B? Let me remind you that the cosine of angle B is equal to the adjacent side of angle B divided by the hypotenuse. So, what is your answer? That's right. The cosine of angle B is 4/5 or 4/5 because the adjacent side of B is leg A with side measure of 4 while the hypotenuse is 5. Okay, how about the tangent of angle B? Tangent is equal to the opposite side of the angle divided by the adjacent side of the angle. So, what is your answer? Correct. That is 3/4 or 3/4. How? That is because the opposite side of angle B is leg B with the side measure of 3, while the adjacent side of angle B is leg A with side measure of 4. Using the ratio for tangent, the tangent of B is 3/4. That's too easy, right? SOHCAHTOA is a mnemonic used for remembering the equations for sine, cosine, and tangent. So, or SOH, stands for sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. CAH stands for cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. TOA stands for tangent equals opposite over adjacent. Their reciprocals are the equation for cosecant, secant, and cotangent respectively. So, what is now the cosecant, secant, and cotangent of B? The cosecant of B is the reciprocal of sine B. So, what is cosecant B? That's right. Cosecant of B is 5/3 or 5/3. The secant of B is the reciprocal of cosine B. So what should be the answer for secant B? Correct. It's 5/4 or 5/4. The cotangent of B is the reciprocal of tangent B. So what is now the cotangent of B? Perfect! It's 4/3 or 4/3. Let us now find the sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent of angle A. First, let us identify which is the opposite side of angle A and what is its adjacent side. Which do you think is the opposite side of angle A? Perfect! That's leg A with side measure of 4. How about the adjacent side? Nice! That's leg B with side measure of 4. Of course, the hypotenuse is the side opposite the right angle C. Side C with side measure of 5. Now, let's find sine of A. Let's use the mnemonic for sine, which is SO or SOH, or sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. What is sine of A? Very good. It's 4/5 or 4/5. 4 is the measure of leg A, the opposite side, while 5 is the side measure of the hypotenuse. Next, the cosine of angle A. Let's use the mnemonic for cosine, which is CAH or CAH, or cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So what is your answer? Very good. That's 3/5 or 3/5. How about the tangent of angle A? Let's use the mnemonic for tangent, TOA or TOA, or tangent equals opposite over adjacent. So, what is tan A? Nice! That is 4/3 or 4/3. The tangent of A is equal to the opposite side A with side measure of 4 divided by the adjacent side B with side measure of 3. That's too easy, right? Okay, how about the cosecant, secant, and cotangent of A? Cosecant A is the reciprocal of sine A. Thus, cosecant A is... Right! It's 5/4 or 5/4. How about secant A? Secant A is the reciprocal of cosine A. So what is secant A? Yes, it's 5/3 or 5/3. Oh, how about the cotangent A? Cotangent A is the reciprocal of tangent A. So what is now the cotangent of A? Perfect! It's 3/4 or 3/4. Okay, it's your turn now. I'll give you a challenge. You will give the 6 trigonometric ratios of angle G and D in a right triangle GOD. Right triangle GOD has the right angle in O. Its opposite side, which is called hypotenuse, is denoted by small letter O, has a side measure of 8 centimeters. Right triangle GOD has the acute angle G with opposite side denoted as small letter G with a side measure of 2 centimeters. The other acute angle is denoted by capital letter D with opposite side denoted by small letter d with side measure of 3 centimeters. Those who are watching live, please refer to the illustration flashed on your screen. Again, I'll read it to you. Right triangle GOD has the right angle in O. Its opposite side is called hypotenuse, denoted by small letter O, has a side measure of 8 centimeters. Right triangle GOD has the acute angle G with opposite side denoted as a small letter g with a side measure of 2 centimeters. The other acute angle is denoted by capital letter D with opposite side denoted by small letter d with side measure of 3 centimeters. As what I have said, you will give the 6 trigonometric ratios of angles G and D. I'll give you 5 minutes to do the task. Okay, time is up. Let's check your work. For angle G, sine G equals 2/8 or 1/4. Cosine G equals 3/8. Tangent G equals 2/3. Cosecant G equals 8/2 or 4. Secant G equals 8/3. Cotangent G equals 3/2. Now, for the angle D, sine D equals 3/8. Cosine D equals 2/8 or 1/4. Tangent D equals 3/2. Cosecant D equals 8/3. Secant D equals 8/2 or 4. Cotangent D equals 2/3. How many correct answers you got? Wow, that's nice. Great job. I hope you are already familiar on illustrating the 6 trigonometric ratios. I hope you really understood the lesson we had a while ago. However, if in case there are still questions in your minds, our host, Ma'am Mikay, can provide you the answers, for she will give you the recap of what we have discussed today. Again, I am your radio teacher, Floren P. Clavo from Maingaway National High School, saying thank you and good day.
There you have it, dear learners. I know you have learned a lot from our Mathematics 9 radio teacher, Mr. Floren P. Clavo, teacher from Maingaway National High School. We have learned from him how to illustrate the 6 trigonometric ratios: sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. And yes, that ends our lesson for Mathematics 9 today. I hope you enjoyed learning through our School on the Air program. I am always glad that I have spent some time with you. Stay tuned to Deped Radyo Eskwela sa Isla, ang inyong kabady sa pagkatuto, kadyam sa pagiging produktibo. Kasama pa rin natin si Mr. Floren Clavo ng Maingaway National High School. Before I let you go, sir, is there anyone you would like to greet on air?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Hello there, Maingaway National High School learners and teachers. Also to my school head, Ma'am Janeline I. Taopo. Thank you very much. And also to the RBI team, to my editors, Ma'am Sherlene and Ma'am Sheena, also to Sir Ruel. Hello there also to my PhD Berks friends. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Clavo from Maingaway National High School. I would also like to thank our other radio teachers for today. We have Ma'am Chenny for English 9. And of course, Sir Robert from SAVS. He had lessons in PE. For our next radio-based instruction next week, that is May 25, 2021, we will have subjects in grade 9 and grade 10, which are as follows: Araling Panlipunan, English, and Filipino. There you have it, mga ka-eskwela sa radyo. It's already 5 minutes before 12 o'clock in the noon time. Pananghalian na naman po natin, mga ka-eskwela. Grab ko na yung opportunity na to greet my co-teachers there at Batu Rural Development High School. Nag-enjoy pa ba tayo mag-sort ng modules to be packed tomorrow? And also to other teachers here in our happy island. Hello po sa inyo mga teachers natin dyan from different schools. Happy listening and viewing sa ating Facebook Live. Thank you once again, the radio-based instruction core team, headed by Sir Ruel. To the team leader for the junior high school, Sir Axel. Of course, I would like to greet our Queen Mother ng radio-based instruction here at the SDO Catanduanes, Ma'am Gina B. Pantino. And that's it, mga ka-eskwela sa Isla, ka-eskwela sa Radyo. Natapos na naman po ang ating 2 oras na talakayan. Dito lamang po yan sa 96.7 DWFB FM, Radyo Periodiko, ang radyong paborito in partnership with Deped Radyo Eskwela sa Isla by SDO Catanduanes. See you next week, Tuesday, and that is May 25, 2021. Same time, 10 o'clock in the morning until 12 o'clock in the noontime. Once again, this is your host for today. I am Teacher Micaela R. Chavez from Batu Rural Development High School. Stay safe, everybody, and stay at home. Doble ingat po. Medyo maulan ang panahon ngayon. Happy lunchtime!
.7 DWFB FM, number 1 in the hearts of the Bicolanos worldwide.
CNZ Good Fortune Corporation is always ready to serve you. Tara na, shop na sa CNZ Good Fortune Corporation, where you can find the following affordable items: housewares, plasticwares, kitchenwares, glass supplies, apparels, groceries, and many more. CNZ Good Fortune Corporation, matatagpuan sa National Road, Cabanatuan, Vera, Catanduanes, malapit sa kanto patungong Kalatagan National High School at sa unahan ng Fiat House. For inquiries, you may call 0909-050-8634. CNZ Good Fortune Corporation.
This portion is brought to you by Immaculate Heart of Mary Hospital. Immaculate Heart of Mary Hospital for convenient and affordable medical experience with state-of-the-art facilities in the province of Catanduanes with monthly schedule of cardio consultant to the echo with Doppler and 24-hour BP monitoring stress test. Immaculate Heart of Mary Hospital, conveniently located at F. Dakota Street and E. Rafael Street, Rawis, Catanduanes. With cell phone number 0929-424-8983. Immaculate Heart of Mary Hospital, Incorporated, affiliate accredited secondary hospital. Immaculate Heart of Mary Hospital, your gateway to good health.
Bes, gahanap ako ning masit up ning sa kuyang motor, may aram ka lamang?
Ay, sakto bes. May aram ako. Duman mo darahon ang sa imong motor sa Kingspin Motor Shop and Accessories. Kingspin Motor Shop and Accessories. Maurag duman, mga branded pa ang mga pyesa sa Kingspin Motor Shop and Accessories. Hari pa sa Thailand ang mga accessories. Gaset up asin igwaman sinda ni iba-ibang klase ng Thai accessories. Arog nin PSMP, YSS, RCB, Hangbox, Sun Racing, Brembo, Nissin, JRP seat cover, WF Racing, Osaki, Notong seat cover, Taicom Pai, Apidupai, DSZ, Apdal Speed brand accessories, engine oil para sa mga branding motor na Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki, Thai accessories and parts, available experts and good quality of mechanics. Originally all the way from Thailand, specialist Thai, concept setup of motorcycle, bike needs Thai concept, mechanic tools, high-tech mechanic tools. Kaya sigurado ang motor mo, alaga dito sa Kingspin Motor Shop and Accessories. Ang motor shop ng bayan, open hours from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Located at Binanuan, Bato, Catanduanes. Kingspin Motor Shop and Accessories. Kingspin Motor Shop and Accessories.
My heart goes sha la 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 la.
Sidecar ba ang hanap nyo? Brand nyo? Segunda mano? Pampasada? Service? O pang negosyo? Pasyar na sa RJ Bueno Wally Shop. RJ Bueno Wally Shop na mapagkakatiwalaan nyo. Nag-ibo ni iba-ibang disenyo na